Ati me chacha obi biara edeba nimdie news eso sabre yebebo ewra ensem no emu na yede enchemu no ama atifo.
Duration because it's about 20-30 seconds.
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
What is the duration?
About 20-30 seconds. About 20-30.
That you've put out. It's the video that has been put out. Yes, I can hear you. The video that it's about 20 seconds.
The connection is terribly frustrating. I'm sorry. We have to reconnect again with you and so we can hear you out. And Mr. Hussaini, so at this point where the petition has been thrown out, this video is making rounds.
They're all given the benefit of doubt. They're all in the restaurant as alleged. What the video doesn't show us is what happens after the 20 seconds. Because we all know that what happens in a restaurant where people are going to eat goes beyond 20 seconds. So if you show us a video of 20 seconds duration, it will not tell the entire story, okay? And so we do not know. Two, what we don't know from the video clearly, we don't know when Mr. Sory went out of the restaurant. From the video, we don't also know when the judges went out of the restaurant. So just as I said, what happened at the restaurant beyond the 20 seconds, which is captured by the video, is an untold story. And so for anyone to jump to the conclusion that the video, very respectfully, is dismissive of the allegation is quite unfair, quite presumptuous, and I don't think that we are all being fair to the judges. We need to give them, we need to let the gentleman be given the opportunity, right, to prove whatever allegation is making. If it is not true, then the judges will be clean. Unless that happens and we go and pick them up we go and pick the gentleman up in the manner which has happened, you are not doing the judges any good.
I have a quick.
Have been made, please. Oftentimes, allegations have been made against judges, and they never get the opportunity to clear themselves. It's because of things like this, right? And we need to put a stop to it. Okay? Let us allow the petition to be given a hearing. Look, what the video shows is a primary fact that, consistent with the petition, the named person, is Mr. Sory, and the judges were all found at one location. Right? What happened beyond the 20 seconds the video doesn't show. Apart from that, as lawyers, we know that the video would not be the only evidence. Potentially, the persons who were around can also be witnesses. I think that let's allow things to run. We shouldn't be in a place to be dismissive in this country.
I think we should make tracks so that we just clarify for me. You've seen the video, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. You also know that on these issues of whether it's Yoni Kulendi back then on the Jakpa interaction and all of that, sometimes they may not come out or want to themselves have to say anything. But if all of these issues were always thrown out to the courts, I don't think our courts wouldn't come to a grinding halt. It's based on merit. Is that not the case?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, you let me move on from there. I think it would be a stretch. I think it would be a stretch if we went there. I don't want the conversation to be too long. The video, you speak about the video and maybe what may not have been shown, right? Beyond the 20-30 seconds. Let's stick to the 20-30 seconds that we know of. That is what we have so far. Does that video suggest any collusion in any way from what you said?
Let me say this to you. If you appreciate evidence evaluation, you will not even say we should do the 20 seconds.
You seem not to get me. It has nothing to do with whether there will be subsequent information or there will be subsequent videos. I'm saying that on the face of the 20 seconds you saw, what did you see? That's all I'm asking.
The 20 seconds I saw.
Yes, that's all I'm asking. I'm not saying whatever may come up will be irrelevant. No.
On anything, right? I will not comment on anything, right? Which for instance, I know that there can be more. I will not. Because if I do that, I will not be doing, I will not be fair to either party. So I won't. And that's what I'm inviting you to also do. Because we all know that when persons go to restaurants to eat, they don't go there for 20 seconds.
Okay.
So if somebody brings you a video, right, which spans a period of 20 seconds, right, as a basis to comment on the existence or otherwise of the fact, we will not be fair to the actors involved, to the judges, and to the petitioner.
Let me ask you something interesting. If in that video we had seen all four gentlemen, or all three of them, bundle into one corner and start having some hush-hush conversation where they are seen to be whispering. Let's assume that had happened, knowing the nature of the case they have to work on, and it were only 20, 30 seconds. Would that be good enough for you to elaborate on?
My brother, I will not comment on hypothesis. No lawyer, very respectfully, if you're a trial lawyer, who appreciates the ramifications of some of these things,
right,
will jump to conclusion. I will not. Right? Okay. I think that we should give the judges, or we should allow the judges to be cleared. You see, I don't like
which would entail what? To be cleared, which would entail what?
I don't like judges being accused. I am a trial lawyer. I respect my judges. I have a great deal of respect for them. I have a great deal of respect for Mr. Yunikolendi. I have a great deal of respect for all the judges in the video. Justice Esiudi, I've practiced before him, he's a great man. Justice Amadu Tanko, I've practiced before him from the High Court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. He's a great judge. When allegations are made against people, if the person has been bold enough to petition the president, let the process run.
All right.
Let's not go and bring a 20-second video and invite people to comment on it.
All right.
Because we all know that when you go to a restaurant, what happens at the restaurant goes beyond 20 seconds.
All right. What is interesting, and we just want to segue.
I'm sorry, or the judges walk out. Did you see them walk out of the restaurant? Did you see them walk out of the restaurant?
They were there to eat.
Exactly. So to the extent that you didn't see them walk out of the restaurant, that should tell that the video is not exhaustive.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
It's not exhaustive.
Before we let go of you, let's also look at the issue of Godfrey Adame and the petition against him on the back of that Kasela to forcing Richard Jakpa issue. What would be your take on it so far? Because the commentary also has to do with the appropriateness, the ethics of the work, which is why he's been hauled to the General Legal Counsel. What would be your take on that?
When I was called, your producer very respectfully told me that he wanted to look at the matter before the Supreme Court.
Yes, this is my call. My producer was right, but this is my call. Because it's an issue that has come up, I'm sure from yesterday you heard it. If you want to comment on it, fine. If you don't, we can move on.
We as lawyers are all subject to rules of ethics. If somebody has made an allegation against them, let the person go and prove it at the General Legal Counsel. As we sit here, like I've told you, my position to discuss anything, right, which remains an allegation, okay, particularly against persons, let the person go and prove it. We should avoid politicizing a lot of things. Look, today, there's something you people do not probably know. People are being intimidated with prosecution unless they become witnesses. We're complaining of yesteryears, right? Have started again, right? If it was bad yesterday, it is bad today. So let's all be careful. My brother, let's begin to build a country of standards.
All right.
Of principles.
Okay. Thank you, Nana Bafwewa. Let's bring in Inusa Fuseni, sweetie.
Well, Mr. Fuseni, on that same matter about Godfred Yeboadami being hauled before the General Legal Counsel, I'm sure this has come to your attention at this point. What do you make of it? About that purported audio trying to coach Richard Jakpa in his testimony against now the Finance Minister, Dr. Casey Lato-Forson, and all that?
The conduct of Godfred Dame should have been the subject matter of disciplinary action or hearing, even at the time he was in office. So it's an action.
Right. So let's start with, I mean, there's that issue that came up this morning in respect of Adenta Kumi, who has purportedly, allegedly been picked up by some national security operatives. Do you have any quick thoughts on that before we get into the substantive matter?
What has he been picked for?
Well, Justin Frimpong Kodia, who is General Secretary of the MPP, made a post. We spoke to him this morning. He purports that he has been picked up on the back of, you know, that video that we're about to talk about, which purports that some justices met a certain lawyer in respect of the CJ case. That is the background to it.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I thought you were... the injunction application, which was dismissed on Wednesday.
I am actually, but I just wanted to pick your brain.
Sure.
If you
sure.
not...
But what I would say about this is that since the repeal of the criminal libel law, I believe that we have come far as a country,
right,
in our respect for individual views and dissent, no matter how nauseating they may be.
Right.
And that even if somebody crosses the red line, there are several avenues available for corrections.
Right.
And that it is not for the security agencies to be meddling in some of these things.
Okay.
So it will be quite unfortunate to hear that if somebody made an allegation or made a claim, even if they fail to substantiate it, the first point of call will be the security agencies picking the person up and in the manner that you have just described to me.
All right, thank you.
That said, as far as I'm concerned, we need to be very careful as a country. The emphasis that we put on audio recordings and video recordings in this age and time.
Right.
A few months back, you recall there was a tape or a voice that made a wild allegation that people went to town with in respect of the Attorney General then. At the time, some of us took a position. At the end of the day, if there is any acts or statement made that frowns or that the law frowns on, let's use the process of the law to address it.
Okay.
Than to jump to town and deal with it that way. And I would maintain that same position.
All right.
Those who held the view that somebody should be crucified on that, and today are taking a different position, just as those who took in that position and are taking a different position today, are the ones we should be asking what the difference is.
Let me just say this.
I think we have to be minded and careful with how we handle one another.
So let's have a conversation. When I'm trying to interject, let's have a fluid conversation. Just a quick one. I'll go to Nana J. Bafwewa before I come to Inusa Fuseni. Let me acknowledge former MP for Tamale Central, Inusa Fuseni, who's a lawyer. Mr. Fuseni, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. Please hold for me. Hold for me. James, let me just ask you something, though, before I go to Nana Bafwewa. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen the picture.
James, I mean, have you seen the
Oh.
video?
In fact, I have seen, I've not watched it, but I've seen news items mentioning
It would be instructive to see the video. It's about 20 seconds or less. It would be instructive to see it. And it's on social media. You can find it on My Joy Online. We have a story there. Nana Jebafwewa, just kickstarting matters with you. This morning, supposedly, allegedly, Adenta Kumi has been picked up. And of course, within the law, there are processes. And sometimes you can also arrest without, or pick up without a warrant. But what do you make of it? What do you make of it? It appears we've lost Bafwewa. Let me go to Inusa Husseini quickly. I just want to pick your initial thoughts, and then Sweetie will take you on the substantive matter of the video and others. Bafwewa, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, my brother. How are you doing?
I am well. I hope you are too.
By God's grace.
We thank God. Thank you for staying. Thank you for reconnecting with us. I was just asking you on the issue of Adenta Kumi purportedly being picked up this morning. What do you make of it?
A frantic call from his wife this morning, that some men were forcing open their gates. And so he wanted me to intervene as a lawyer. Before that, yesterday in the evening, I was on my way to board a flight to Kumasi when I received a call from him that somebody had called to alert him that men in the national security establishment meant to pick. I dismissed that, because I didn't think that, anyone would go to this extent, especially because I vision he has presented